Did female MMA get so popular because it gave lesbian couples a professional outlet?
Welcome to Yes or No, the bibulous battle to discover who knows whom better. My guest today is my friend, Dave Rubin. How do we play? I'll ask Dave a yes or no question. He will select his answer away from my prying eyes. Then, I will guess how he answered. If I guess correctly, I get a point. If I guess incorrectly, I lose a point. No matter what, I will end up drinking. Then it's Dave's turn. Neither of us has seen the questions beforehand. Whoever has the most points at the end wins. The stakes could be higher. Let's get started.
Why am I hooked up to like 17 electrical devices in various parts of my body right now? I was not told about that.
I signed off on 3/4 of those. The other quarter is entirely on the production team.
Shapiro.
Do you know why we're here?
Yes.
We're here today.
I'm not exactly sure.
I know
you want
why.
me to answer a lot of questions.
Yes, I want you to answer a lot of questions. There's some rules that I don't remember a lot of them. As I understand it, we're here because you've just come out with a tequila, and I have a drinking game show, and that seemed just too perfect to leave in separate universes.
What if we both retire after this?
We should.
Before we get into product placement and patting each other on the back, what if this is just the end of it? You know what I mean? Like, we did it. We both left LA. You moved to Nashville. I moved to Miami.
We're here.
Cigars, tequila, and we're just like,
I'm done.
Good luck, everybody.
I'm done. I started out trying to win votes. Now I'm just trying to win boats. You know, just trying to kick back.
And we're both like old school at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we've been in the game
still
forever.
Really hot and grizzled.
No, we look good.
Nice,
Can I say,
yes,
you are well known for the darker bags under the eyes. This is the least baggy I've ever seen your eyes.
Really?
I
Do you know why? I'm going to explain to you why.
You drinking a little water these days?
No, and
tequila.
I'm not sleeping. I'm drinking your tequila. Yeah. It's just makeup.
It's incredible. Those girls are amazing.
What is the name of this tequila?
Copal is the name of the tequila.
Why is it called Copal?
And can we
cheers,
try a little? Cheers. And you have, so I'm going straight.
Yeah, I'm doing it a little bit. This is a little Italian. It's a tequila Negroni.
You've always been one of we call you a fancy man around my circles. I mean, tell me that's not a delicious tequila.
It's a delicious tequila.
Part of the reason, you actually are part of the reason I created Copal, because I was hanging in LA with all of my conservative friends, and you all drink whiskey, and you
brown
all
spirits.
drink bourbon, and it's always brown liquid. And I was like, I wonder, would these guys try tequila? And I started introducing tequila to the conservatives, and they all started being a little more, I would say, classically liberal.
Yeah, that's the most classically liberal thing about me. And it's nice. No. We're filming this thing at like noon or something, 1 o'clock. So it's not earlier in the day.
We haven't day drank together since yesterday.
I know.
This is really incredible.
It's amazing.
No, it's a beautifully well done, exquisite tequila made the right way. It's light. It's a reposado, so aged 3 months. Every bottle has original artwork. We AI printed the bottles, so the artwork. Every single bottle is unique.
Has a different. Really cool. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and it's just nice and light. You're not going to get hungover. And you're going to feel good, have a great time. People will like you more if you are drinking Copal.
Promise.
Do you sell a product, my friend?
No, I do.
Come on,
and
it's
it happens.
Show.
It actually happens to go very well with your product.
Yes.
Do you want something a little heavy, a little light? What do you want?
I should probably go light. Maybe you want to. Maybe you want to tell the people about our experiences smoking cigars together.
Yes. Well, I was trying to think.
They've been rather painful for me.
The last time I saw you, I'll take the two. Do you want the Gordo? That's like a gigantic. It's 6x6. It's a huge cigar.
Let's not. I don't know.
Okay.
This is the daytime show.
Okay. All right. I'm trying to think. The last time we had a cigar together, this was the Goodbye to LA party.
I'm still pissed at you over that.
I was happy to flee. Here you are. I'll give you the nice little light one. I'll cut you too.
Yeah.
So we were there. This was the Leaving LA party. It was me, you, Drew, Dennis Prager, Adam Carolla was there.
Yep.
And everyone's smoking. Adam was like ripping cigs. We're having cigars. And I actually don't think you were smoking anything.
No, I brought all of you people to my house, fed you lots of
like
Wagyu.
Lamb or something.
And,
I don't know, it was very good. Whatever it was.
It was a Wagyu.
Was it? It might have been a Wagyu.
I think it was a Wagyu tri-tip, if I'm not mistaken. There might have been a little lamb thrown in there as well. And you guys all started lighting up all your crazy things.
Yeah.
And I, listen, I'll do this for you.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this for you,
Thank you.
and give it my all.
Thank you.
I'm just not much of a smoke guy, but you're drinking some tequila.
Yeah, it's
And,
nice. I find
yeah.
it's really nice. I don't like this
Like
cutter.
I do a little of this, like a little George Burns.
Yeah, a little Groucho Marx. You don't even have to light it.
Okay.
Okay, now are you prepared for this game? You know the rules?
I know that it involves a lot of yes or no questions,
Mm-hmm.
and they're going to flip the table occasionally, and we're going to see what happens. See, even that right there, I'm going to do it wrong.
I'll help you. So keep it level with the ground.
Level with
A lot of guys do this, and they burn their whole thing.
Got
burn
it.
their
Parallel.
eyebrows. Yeah,
parallel with the ground. I'm just going to puff. I'm just going to puff. Okay.
Just puff.
Okay.
Like a juice box. No, don't tip it down. Keep it up. There you go. All right. Yeah, there you go. You're like a pro. All right. There you go. Did you ever smoke cigarettes or anything?
Oh, wait, I don't inhale, right?
Do not inhale.
That's the thing. I
That's
already
the thing.
inhaled once.
Yeah.
Feel good.
That's the thing. If you start out smoking cigarettes or pot or meth or whatever, then it's harder for you not to inhale.
It's interesting you went right to the meth there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a
Look, I was
progression.
in college, I smoked some pot, but cigarettes, your guys asked me before, because they asked me about this. If you took the entire amount of puffs of cigarettes that I've ever had in my entire life, I think maybe you're going to get one cigarette.
One cigarette? Oh, that's
one
good.
cigarette, yeah.
That's all you need.
So you don't inhale.
Don't inhale.
So you just and then it's
taste,
just there.
and you
so
try
you basically you got to pretend you're Bill Clinton. Like you give me an intern on my lap right now, get me on the phone with Trent Lott.
Yeah,
I'll know what to do.
I thought Monica Lewinsky was not quite your type. Is that?
I'll make it work for the Michael Knowles program.
That's good. The other thing you can do, breathe it out your nose a little.
Okay.
You know, it's called retrohaling.
Wait, do a little of this.
Just a little bit, just a little touch, just a little chocolatey taste. It's nice.
And you're okay putting something like that in your mouth that you feel like it's...
Speaking of, yeah, sometimes, to quote George Burns,
I just know how you people are.
sometimes a cigar
Is just
a cigar. Okay.
All right.
I go first.
Yes.
Is the real reason the intellectual dark web fell apart because Michael Knowles was not invited to join? Good question. It's starting out strong. You're going to say no. You said no. What the heck? Why did it fall apart?
I've never had that much constant eye contact with you. That was jarring, actually,
intimidating.
especially with the smoke right there. It was very weird.
Yeah.
Why did it really fall apart? It fell apart, I would say, because it's hard to remember what the internet was like at that time. We were still at the beginning, in some sense, of like the political internet, right?
Yeah.
It was Jordan Peterson, obviously, was like on that incredible rise that he still is riding. Like he was like a rocket ship like this.
Yeah.
Sam Harris was hugely popular already. Then you had the Eric and Brett Weinstein, who were like
Totally
science
new.
dorks
Yeah.
that came out of, that really came out of nowhere, that suddenly were famous. You had me, I was kind of in the middle of it because I was born in the internet like you were.
Yeah.
So we all had these
And you were a sign of the times because you had been on the left pretty prominently, you know, like Young Turks and stuff, and then moved where the right was at that time, which was classically liberal. And so you were like an avatar of the whole culture, basically.
You know that meme that Elon puts up every now and again about the stick figure, like,
That was
that's
you.
me. I'm the stick figure. I'm the
Right.
stick figure.
Right.
But I think it really fell apart because we had a dinner one night. There's a famous picture, actually, of me and Rogan and Sam Harris and Jordan and Brett. And Ben was there.
Right? Yeah.
We were at Boa Steakhouse that I'm sure you've been to in LA. And we were trying to figure out what it was. And we were like, is this a podcast network? Are we a road touring group?
Yeah.
Are we a sperm bank? Like, we were like, what the hell are we? And you like the sperm bank one? If it was a sperm bank, we would have got you involved. And we just couldn't. Look, at the end of the day, like Sam is like, he just wanted to be Sam. He didn't want to be a team on a team. I like being on a team. Like I like passing when I'm playing basketball. I want to be on a team. Jordan was a star, but willing to be on a team.
Yeah.
And it was just competing interests over time.
Yeah, it did. Everyone seems to have just kind of there's this moment, it all met up, kind of like the whole culture.
Yeah.
It met up in 2016, and then just different things were pulling, different directions.
You know what, truly, like joking aside for a second,
part.
what I learned mostly was that you do not associate with Michael Knowles publicly. And the second thing that I learned was that it's hard to keep a band together. And that really is the truth. Why does any band break up and then maybe get back to, like over the years, a lot of us have reconnected, some of us don't talk anymore, some of us do. And it's like, that's what it is. You're all going for something, but you're not always going for the exact same thing.
No, it's that And Yoko and George had a thing
And
for Ringo's wife. Yeah.
It was, you know,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not, I don't know if it's going to come up on the cards. Don't care for the Beatles.
Really? You're more of a Wings fan. Me too.
I do like Wings, actually.
Do you?
I don't care.
Wow.
It's a lot of noise. If you want me just to listen to competing sounds constantly, I'll give my 3-year-old a drum set and a xylophone, and we'll go out and we'll party.
You throw on a little Ram. You throw on a little, listen to what the man says. Okay, that's fair.
I like doo-wop.
You're up.
All right. Did female MMA get so popular because it gave America's most violent romantic pairing, lesbian couples, a professional outlet?
And you have to answer how I.
Yes, I understand. I understand the game.
Okay. I know. I was trying to explain it to myself.
I've been here for 7 hours receiving the tutorial.
The tutorial.
You've selected your answer already?
Got it wrong. The premise is flawed. It's not popular. Does anyone really want? I love Gina Carano. She's great.
Just went deep on the question.
Nobody. I just went to UFC the other night because Jeremy's Razors was promoting. It was is sponsoring it.
Yeah.
And I go, and the minute I walk in, it's 2 women beating each other. And I went to the bar. I can't watch that. That's disgusting. I don't want to see that. I want to see ladies, but lesbians do punch each other. I'm not saying they're all lesbians. I'm just saying a separate bar, lesbians fight each other.
Years ago, way before we knew each other, I had a show on Sirius XM. This is around 2010, and we used to do a weekly segment about lesbian on lesbian crime. There's a tremendous amount of it. These women are kicking the crap out of each other.
Why?
And they're not being paid for it.
Yeah.
Why? I mean,
could you live with a woman?
You want to get into the mind of a lesbian?
Yeah,
like, come on.
Because do gay guys beat each other up?
Not
like lesbians.
Not without paying.
No, yeah. But it does seem like it is a lesbian thing.
Lesbians seem more violent towards the lesbian.
I wonder why.
I don't know. I went to a lesbian bar once. It was called the Cubby Hole in New York City. You were frequently there, were you?
Constant. I was a bartender.
And it was made very clear to me, we don't like your kind here. We don't want men here. It doesn't matter if you're straight or gay.
Yeah, because you'd think being a part of the rainbow.
No, but they don't.
But they don't. It's almost like the gay guy is the opposite.
The gay guy's the antithesis of the lesbian.
Yeah. Wow. All right. Well,
and they shall never meet.
No. they have no occasion to, other than at the Cubby Hole. Yeah. Okay. I'm up.
Who's the host of this show?
I know. It should be you. Your Wikipedia says, Rubin has provided a platform for political extremists such as far-right influencer Paul Joseph Watson, great replacement conspiracy theorist Lauren Southern, white nationalists Stefan Molyneux, and Islamophobes like Tommy Robinson. I was waiting for the punchline of that. No, it's actually a serious question. Are there any interviews you regret doing?
Oh, that's interesting, rather than whether that was true or not.
Yeah.
Oh, are there any... This is very Larry David, Curb.
No. Correct. No, your whole book is don't censor anyone. So there are none. Are there? If you had to pick one,
it's not to say there aren't people I've had on the show that I really dislike now, or that really went crazy, or who I was friends with, who now I almost consider enemies, or any of that. But the question was, do I regret interviewing them? And the answer to that is no. I have treated however many thousands of interviews I've done, I've treated all my guests exactly the same. I've learned sometimes, the nice way to learn, is when you actually learn from your guests, like they're teaching you something along the way. And that's what makes it fun to be an interviewer. But sometimes you learn when the guest doesn't know what they're saying either, and you learn that way. But I would say I don't regret any of them. There are ones that you don't enjoy, that's for sure. There are times when people
What was the least enjoyable?
Oh, like you want me to really throw up a specific...
Yeah, I want to hear. I want the tea.
Oh, I'll tell you, the least enjoyable for sure, absolutely. I think I've said this publicly maybe once before. David Frum was the most unenjoyable interview I've ever done.
He's the David Frum, Bush speechwriter, wrote the Axis of Evil. He's like a kind of a right winger. Now he's kind of like a slib, center left something.
He was at when Trump derangement syndrome was like hardcore, when Trump had become president. it's actually related to the IDW question.
Yeah.
Sam Harris was really pissed at me because I was, supporting Trump and he wasn't. And I said, Sam, he called me one day and he was really angry, and he's mindful meditation Sam. So to hear him angry and saying F every now and again, I was like, whoa, this is something.
Right. Yeah.
And he goes, you've got to put more people on the show that are going against Trump. You're putting all these Trump supporters on. I said, Sam, whoever you want, I'll put on the show. I said, you're welcome anytime.
You come on, yeah.
No, and he came on many times. So whoever you want. He said, put on David Frum. I brought David Frum on, and I thought he was the most inauthentic.
Really?
Yes.
I don't think I've ever met him.
Every moment in the hour, I was completely unconvinced that he believed his arguments. And he also didn't strike me as a conservative. As I was waking up to conservatism, I was like, wait a minute, why am I more conservative than this guy?
Than the Bush speechwriter.
And also because Sam told me to put him on as the principled conservative.
Right.
So, wait, I got the liberal guy telling me to put on the principled conservative, and I'm more conservative than him. And subsequently, he's gone after me a lot and all that.
He writes in
the
Atlantic. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
You did it. You blew up David Frum.
That's it.
Okay.
I'm going to have to move on without the Frum. It's my turn.
It's your turn.
Yeah. I have a very good handle of this game. I think. I'm going to reset right there. Ooh. Did the assassin who shot Trump act alone?
I say he did not.
Interesting.
I am not saying it was a secret cabal of CIA and Secret Service and the Illuminati. I'm not saying that, though it might have been. The fact that we don't know anything about him is not plausible in the internet age. The fact that his politics were perfectly ambiguous, he was registered Republican but had only ever donated Democrat, is very strange. He reportedly had another phone. That's a little bit of a strange story. The security failure was implausible. It was very bad and implausible.
Insane. I mean, the incline roof thing.
The incline roof thing and the timing. This was the last chance to take out Trump before the Republican National Convention. If the guy were just a total nut, he wouldn't have had the sophistication to plan out the timing that way. If the guy were totally incompetent, he couldn't have gotten that far. There must have been more to the story, I think.
So the reason I think I got your answer wrong is not because I disagree with any of that, but you generally, as we've watched a lot of people in the internet age,
get a little fringy,
just go off on every adventure, and every conspiracy theory or every adventure is equal in nature and equally plausible and everything else. Not to say that the mainstream doesn't lie, because they lie about everything. So everybody is a conspiracy theorist to some extent, right? That just means you're usually a little early on.
Yeah.
But my general take on you is that you don't go down those roads too far. So I had a feeling you were just going to say, this is one of those things where it's just like a crazy kid. Yeah. But yes, there's all of the things that you said there, like something's very bizarre. And I actually hadn't thought about it much till, it was obviously just the anniversary of it.
Yeah.
They start showing you the picture of the kid again, and you're like, why do we know nothing about any of this? I've been on an incline roof that has like a 2% incline, and I've done it.
Yeah, it's okay. That's amazing. You're not a trained
No, I've trained in
Secret Service agent.
Bum knee.
Yes,
I'm up there.
and you still did it.
Yeah.
One time I visited the White House. I brought a box of cigars. I bring a box of cigars a lot of places. I brought a box of cigars. To get a box of cigars into the perimeter of the White House is almost impossible.
That's funny, because during the Biden years, I could get Coke in and out.
The Coke is a little easier. The storage is tough, the ways to get it in. But I go in with the box of cigars. It's very hard. forget about the White House, forget about Washington, D.C. Anywhere there's a presidential perimeter.
Of course.
It is crazy. One time, I was supposed to do a podcast at the CPAC with Ted Cruz. We were scheduled. Mike Pence, then vice president, decided to have a cup of coffee on one of the floors. The building was locked down. I almost missed my show with Senator Cruz. Then head of the RNC, Ronna McDaniel, had to come out, try to pull me through with Secret Service. They still basically wouldn't let me through. Hard to believe. that guy just sauntered up to the roof on that day, no one noticing. Very strange.
By the way, speaking of security, I owe you one, my friend. I'm going to give you public props right now, because if you remember, at the shortly after the incident we're talking about, at the Trump MSG, what they called the big Nazi Hitler rally, thousands and thousands of people outside. It's utter mayhem.
Yes.
Nobody knows how to get in. It's absolute midtown
Even the
New York
VIP
City.
section, it's chaos.
Chaos.
Yes.
And I bump into Michael Knowles.
You did.
And he's got the Daily Wire security team with him.
Yeah.
And we punched people,
We're kicking,
pushed
stabbing.
people, stabbing. It did not
Choking
matter.
people out.
Would try to come up to you and touch you. Oh, Michael Knowles, I love you.
Chop
And you
their
would
arm
just
off.
bang,
Chop it right
kick
off.
them,
Yeah.
all of the MMA stuff, the lesbian stuff
yeah.
you love, and we got right in there. Great seats.
We did. You're right.
Yeah,
You're
I
right.
think you have to light me up here.
Very, it's always nice to feel like a cool guy, and that was one. Okay, ash that a little bit.
Ash that,
in the
ash that.
ashtray.
Oh, in the ashtray.
Yeah, just a little ash.
There we go, in
ready?
the ashtray, old man, yes.
There you go. There you go. Okay.
All right, I'm starting to get it.
And that's good. You're doing well.
Yeah.
Watch this video first.
You need a beginning, a mover that isn't contingent or physical. Do any of those move you toward a God that isn't just an unconscious thing, as you just said, but has a teleology, a purpose behind it?
Not really.
Look how young you look.
We got to get a couple drinks in here on this guy.
We've both glowed up since then.
We
You know,
have-
that's
we've
what
both
the kids say. The glow up. You know about the glow
Yeah.
up?
Well, look, we were both kind of pudgy then.
Yeah.
Now we've trimmed down.
Jordan got me on the carnivore.
Did he? That's it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pre-Jordan. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, so I already can get with the question.
Here's the question. The question
I think I
is,
got it.
do you now believe in the God of the Bible?
I moved my hand too quick. Oh, wait.
did.
Am I clear? Oh, I see. Got it. Okay.
Clear mine's off too. Okay. Do you believe in the God of the Bible? You do.
Wow, I'm shocked that you got that
I
wrong
thought
after
what you-
watching this adventure I've been on.
Okay, so two things.
Yeah,
One,
I'm shocked,
One,
actually.
I thought I saw your finger pushed in. So that was.
So you cheated on the God
that was-
question.
But also, I thought you would say something like, I believe now in a personal God, a conscious God, not merely some deistic kind of force, but I'm not totally sold on organized religion and the proscriptions and commandments of the Bible. I thought you were going to give some really smart, squishy answer.
Well, you whittled it into then complete organized religion and all of the prescription and all of those things, and I can see why there's a reason to do that.
But you would
have to
say,
keep-
but look, forget about how I whittled it.
There
you would say you believe in the God of the Bible.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I think at this point, I'm the ripe old age of 49 years old. There's no, in some sense, there's no way around it that's going to make the world work. And the more we veer away from that, the more we see chaos, period.
Yes.
So I would say it's a similar answer in a much less...
Hold on. You just said a thing that makes me, I sort of think I'm sitting next to Jordan here or something.
If you only would have let me finish my...
Okay, all right. Sorry,
That's literally
I
what I was
interrupted.
gonna say.
Go on.
No. I mean, that's literally what I was going to say. I'm giving you a Jordan Peterson-esque answer to a question. Obviously, I've been very influenced by Jordan over the years. Jordan, on the belief question, which he would get more than anything else.
What do you mean by believe?
And that whole thing, and people make fun of him
Tim
for that.
Hortons.
But one of the cleanest answers I've ever heard on belief is from Jordan, and I'll paraphrase it in probably the most butchered sense. But he always says that if you tell the truth, it will ultimately be the best outcome of anything. It doesn't mean it's going to be good, and it certainly may not be good immediately, but it will be the best of all outcomes because in essence, you're adding order to the world. But believing that in and of itself is a leap of faith. And that means you are a believer. Believing that the truth for truth's sake, that the truth will ultimately lead to the best thing, not necessarily the most expedient thing or anything else, there's no real reason to believe that.
Yeah, believing even that there is such a thing as the truth requires certain premises that are just taken as axioms.
Right.
Yeah.
So to me, that is enough of a belief. That is enough of a jump, a leap of faith, let's say, that then will, I would say, angle you towards God.
Yes.
And then I would say that in the specific way that you asked the question, I would say that there are rules around the universe
Yeah.
that make things basically good or bad. Am I a perfect person within all of those things? Obviously not. I don't know any perfect person within all of those things. And I know many people that profess to be religious that often are the most diametrically opposed in their
sinful,
actions.
or even everyone's sinful, but you mean even hypocritical.
I find in a bizarre, and you know this, in the world that we live in, where we're around public people who are telling you what they think all the time, and then you see what they're doing privately, or you find out that they're cheating, and all of these other things. So you have to be able to pack those two things together. I am a human being that is hopefully trying to do the best that you can, and trying to live a life that, again, as Jordan would say, that you want to build Jacob's ladder, and you want to build it for the next generation and everything. And then also know that you're a human being who's flawed and all of those things. But I see kind of no way around it.
So then, great, yes. Sure.
Yeah, I really thought you would have got me there because we've been talking about this for a decade.
It's yes. Yeah. No, I was inclined to say yes until I thought I was cheating and I thought I saw your answer. But then, do you mean when you say the Bible, you're ethnically Jewish, not religiously Jewish, but do you mean?
Well, I would say I'm religious. I don't think it makes that much of a difference when it comes to Judaism,
a tribe.
Because it's a tribe, it's a culture, it's a religion, it's a history.
So you're talking about what Christians call the Old Testament.
The Old Testament.
You wouldn't yet believe in the New Testament. Maybe you would.
No, it's not the tradition that I come from. So I would say I believe in the God that my father and my father's father and my father's father's father and all.
But if your dad were an Amorite, would you believe in Baal or no?
Well, the truest answer that I can give you on that is maybe.
Yeah, okay.
Right? We all come from something.
Yeah.
So it's not a coincidence that most Christians come from Christians. And it's not a coincidence that most Jews come from Jews. It's not a coincidence that most Muslims come from Muslims, although they might kill you if you don't.
And most Buddhists are actually like white lady Jewish women in Westchester who just wanted to do yoga or something.
They just took one too many namaste classes, and then next thing you know, they don't have anything.
But then, so then let's just focus it on the Hebrew Bible.
Yes.
You say, I believe in this God of the Hebrew Bible. And you believe it. It's not just that it's a tradition.
I believe that the stories, I don't know that they are all literally true in the most literal sense, but I think that they are eternally
But does God,
true.
The God of the Bible,
Yes.
which is the subject of the question,
Yes.
the God of the Old Testament is a real person, or three distinct persons in one divine unity from the Christian perspective, but he's a real person. He's not just an idea that is conducive to the flourishing of society, but he is real, and he will judge you someday. And he created the heavens and the earth. And take out all the other details. You think all that's real?
I would say basically yes.
That's great.
Basically,
but
yes.
then this is the question.
Yeah.
And this is the next step of it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if you think that's true,
Yeah.
then it's not just a matter of, my dad was kind of Jewish, and his dad was kind of Jewish. Then you're saying, I think this is true. And just like I think it's true that it could be raining outside, and I'm going to take an umbrella because of that, regardless of whether my father ever owned an umbrella.
Yeah.
So, if you think that's true, has that impelled you to do anything in your life? I mean, does that impelled you to go to synagogue?
Yeah, we do celebrate holidays more than I did certainly when I was single, but especially now that I have kids, there's something to hand down to them.
Does it impel you to pray?
There's something to hand down to them. I have prayed more in the last 3 years than probably any time since I was 15 years old.
You know the follow-up question in your public life, because it's the only thing anyone wants to talk about with you.
Yeah.
Does it raise questions to you about Leviticus 18? You and a good buddy of yours.
A good buddy.
A good buddy.
Yes, it's like Gilligan and
your roommate. Right.
Well, I'm pretty. If I could paraphrase for you, don't lay with a man like you lay with a woman, but I don't lay with chicks that way, so it's okay. Okay, that's a little workaround. You know what I mean? How about that?
Hey,
Figure that one out.
Much of the Jewish tradition, and in fact the Catholic tradition, is delving into questions that are sometimes border on legalism. So there is actually, it's a very traditional...
Well, I think there's something, I actually do think that there is something to that.
Yeah.
Do I have a perfect answer for that question? Do I have a perfect answer for that question outside of a slightly sort of clever joke in some sense, but slightly glib answer? I actually don't have a perfect answer for that question. But I do know this. I do know that I am a good human being. That is an honest human.
No, you're not. No, you're not. I'm not even joking. I'm not a good human being. I don't. Do you think you're a good human being?
I think I'm a relatively good human being.
I think you're.
What are you talking about? You're not a good human being?
I think relative to other human beings, yeah, you're a great guy.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'm good. I don't think I'm particularly good. And
what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
What
are you doing that is not good?
I sin constantly.
Give me one.
In my thoughts and in my words and what I've done and what I've failed to do.
Give me one.
I sometimes lose my temper, though it's rare because I'm a Pisces.
No, I didn't say you're a perfect human being. Good. I said
think
good.
I think the God of the Bible tells us
Yeah.
that the imagination of man's heart is evil from his youth. And that we sin because we're out of the garden, we ate the apple, we sin. So we've got this kind of badness to us. And and in the New Testament, St. Paul says, the things I want to do, I don't do. The things I don't want to do, I do. And that happens to me all the time. Maybe you have more self-control than I do. I'm in my thoughts. Some guy cuts me off. Some nice-looking lady walks by.
Well, again, I think we're
thoughts.
getting a little lost on the difference between being a perfect human being in a petri dish versus being a human being that functions in the world.
No, I'm saying relative,
If you told me someone cuts you off and then occasionally you just ram your car into them and whatever and keep moving, then maybe not so good.
Much, yeah.
But within the ability of a modern man to live a decent life, I live a pretty decent life. My 10th wedding anniversary is in 2 weeks from now. We have 2 incredible kids that our pediatrician is like completely blown away by. They're barely 3. They're not even 3 yet, about to be 3. And she says they're basically at 5, sort of mentally and physically.
Yeah.
And because of the amount of attention and love and safety we provide for them and all of those things, I think the way I communicate the ideas that I care about to the world are pretty good. Again, that's not perfect. Do I screw up here or there? Do I, all of those things, if someone cuts me off, am I like, well, God bless you? No, probably not. But that's just the dynamism of being a human, I think.
Yeah, sure, but I guess if we're talking about goodness, like, you've gotten plenty of criticism. You get criticism all the time for...
I've never heard any of it.
Once or twice.
Where are you?
Yeah. But you've gotten plenty of criticism for subjects... I'll try to be delicate about it. Subjects that you could change your mind on 10 years from now, 20 years from now, that even if the spirit of the age says one thing is really good, even you could change your mind on it. Just like I've done things 10 years ago, 15 years ago, that I thought were good at the time, that I don't necessarily think are good now, even if they come out to good outcomes or whatever. So in that world where we all do stuff like this constantly, we need some kind of atonement, which Judaism has, and Christianity has, in sacraments and in the crucifixion. So we talk about the holidays, that's great, or you pray or whatever. But what about do you depend on God in a personal way?
Do I talk to God, meaning either in my mind or through religious sacrament
liturgical
and practice? Yes.
And depend on him because that's a huge change from where you were 10 years ago.
Yeah, well, again, I think at some point as you move forward in life as a evolving person, you come up against what I would say is a deeper reality than what you're describing sort of as like the current thing. Yes. Will the current thing always change? 3 years ago, everyone put black bars on their Instagram. I don't even remember what that was for. And then there'll be something else tomorrow and there'll be something else after that and after that and after that. Look, I would say one of the things that not only was touring with Jordan and it was also having kids and there were a lot of things in life, but it also was that during COVID, the people, and I'm very proud to say I never got vaxxed and I fought that whole thing and all that, but the people that I found the sanest during COVID generally were religious because they believed in something besides the current thing, often evangelicals. And because of that, it was just another proof point for me. So again, I do a lot of this. Look, to me, when I see people criticize Jordan around religion, I'm like, guys, if you think the person who has brought more religious ideas...
If you think Jordan is your enemy...
If Jordan is the bad guy, then I am just not on your side. And I don't use that kind of language that often, but I do see this from a certain set of people on the right going after Jordan.
Sure.
And it's like, if what Jordan is offering, that is the most, I think,
We're going after you, by the way. We're going after you. It's like, you think Dave Rubin's the enemy?
Sure, but you know what? If you want to go after me, fine. But Jordan is different. Jordan, I actually believe, is in some sense a modern prophet. And Jordan, if what he has provided through synthesizing the secular world and the religious world in the most clear way possible, if that is not good enough for you, then I'm sorry, you're just not on the right side of things. Like you're just not. And so I would say it's good enough for me.
That's pretty good, and also it's very
Wow,
interesting.
I got one.
Okay. All right. I'm still salty that I lost the point, but that's a very good answer. Okay, you're up. I got to clear, and we'll clear at all. Okay. Don't worry about that.
We have a video prompt, my friend.
Okay. At a dinner party, when someone says, "I will stay in Los Angeles," do you believe them? Wow.
These guys are good.
These guys are good.
I have nothing to add to this other than you're a bastard. When Michael Knowles lied to Dave Rubin's face about staying in California, was that technically a sin?
Wow.
Now that's a question.
Okay, so there are a lot of presumptions being made by the producers here, but I don't want to give away my answer.
Oh, I have to get what your answer is, not necessarily what the truth is. Oh.
Yeah, you got it wrong. Yeah,
No,
that's right.
I knew you were going to say no, but yet I still did yes anyway, because I'm
stood by the
sorry,
truth.
my friend, it was a lie by omission.
Listen,
lie by omission. Sin.
It's sin. Look, if I in the moment I say, yeah, Dave, California, that's great and everything, and then I go into work the next day, someone comes in and says, Knowles, you're moving. And I say, oh, good, I can leave finally, and I run out of California. Is that a lie?
I believe that's what happened.
Wow. Is it?
You were at my house.
Yes.
With sweet Alyssa.
I was.
I believe that's the night we had the lamb, by the way, which
that was
quite
the lamb
delicious.
night. You're right.
And we sat there.
Okay.
We sat there. Here, light me up when you're done. We sat there.
There you go. A little touch of that. Yeah.
We sat there. I'm sure there was tequila involved. You were busting out the cigars. And we said, we're going to conquer this place. We're going to stay. We're going to fight. We're going to do it. Knowles, Rubin, Knowles. We said Shapiro, maybe.
Maybe, no, not.
Next thing, you leave. Mm-hmm. This is very exciting. It was the first time you and your wife would come over for dinner. We'll be friends forever.
Right. It would be great.
The next morning,
week. Yeah, now I'm gone.
Gone.
Yeah.
So the question is, while you said something that was
the question is in my heart,
in your deepest recesses.
I am actually, to be fair, as we're chatting about how great it'll be to take over California, not knowing that there was this opportunity for Daily Wire to leave, I did at that time want to leave California. That is true. I wanted to. Now I didn't know I had this opportunity to leave, but yes, was there. The imagination of man's heart is evil from his youth, Dave. I don't know what else to tell you. I wanted to get out of there. And you got out of there too, by the way.
Except I stayed.
You did. You did.
Fought for another year.
You did.
I campaigned to recall that evil lizard person and then got audited by the state 3 days later.
Did you really?
Yeah, 3 days later.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I think that was around September 14th of 21. I was in Florida by December.
Now, had we stayed, I could have, depending on how bad things got, we could have moved in together. We could have all lived together on a compound.
The Daily Wire office was very close to
It was very close. We could have shared the same bed. And if we had done that, it would have been a Helix mattress. That's right, Buster. Helix will improve your nights. It will keep you sleeping well all night long so that you can wake up each morning ready to be your best self. What makes Helix different is they don't just sell you a random mattress, they match you with the perfect one for your body and sleep style. Whether you're a side sleeper, a back sleeper, somewhere in between, they've got you covered. All you have to do is take their sleep quiz, find your ideal match, and when you get that match, you're gonna wonder how you ever slept on anything else. I love them so much, I got it for my eldest kid, and then I felt bad. I feel like I was a bad father if I didn't get one for them. What if I put the second kid on a cheap mattress?
No,
that'd be very bad.
Can't do it.
Right now is the perfect time to upgrade your sleep because Helix is offering a fantastic sale. Go to helixsleep.com/Knowles. Canada be really asked. Get 27% off site-wide. helixsleep.com/Knowles for 27% off site-wide. Make sure you enter our show name after checkout so they know we sent you. helixsleep.com/Knowles. Dave, do you know what time it is?
I know you're a great little spoon. Don't know what time it is. Time to continue the game?
It's time for the rapid fire round.
Why do you always want to be the little spoon? That's the thing.
No,
Right?
I'm not. I'm a moderately sized man. You know, I'm not.
All right,
saying
rapid fire.
okay, all right.
Yes.
I'm up.
Yes.
Do you know how to play this?
I think it's just a faster version of what we're doing.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Okay, clear the answers. So, there's going to be 3 questions. I'm going to prompt it, and you type in your answer. I'm going to guess how you would answer. Then we. It's
You got
basically
3 questions on there.
3 questions.
Okay,
On there. It's basically just a way for Davies to stop.
I got to hit it, then reset,
Yes.
hit it, then reset.
Because I want to turn every
Okay.
question into like a lengthy conversation.
Okay.
Davies hates that,
Yes.
so he made it rapid.
Yeah,
fire.
no, this is the internet, for God's sakes. People have things to do.
I know. Okay.
All right.
Will your friendship with Cenk Uygur be repaired before your friendship with Sam Harris? No.
No.
No, okay.
Cenk-
I didn't know it was like a
Cenk-
trick answer.
Cenk
There's
is-
no way, right?
Sam I have disagreements with, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
unfortunate, but his mom did create the Golden Girls, so
Yeah.
like I'd let him back in. Cenk is an evil jihadist, fat bacon grease drinking, devilish, grotesque ogre. And I'll tell you how I really
what do you
feel
think
off
about
camera.
him? Yeah.
Okay.
Would you hire illegal immigrants on your tequila farm if they voluntarily turn themselves in for deportation?
So they're Mexicans who are illegal in America. They get sent back to Mexico. Can they work for Dave
Can they
Rubin?
work for Dave Rubin? Señor Rubino. Sí.
Sí.
Sí, se puede.
Muy bien.
Se puede. Okay.
¿Cuántos años tienes tú?
Could prime Dave Rubin beat Caitlin Clark one-on-one? Like, of course. What are you kidding me? You're a man. I know you haven't even answered yet, but like, yeah, obviously. I'm not, I'll like show my cards.
You know
for sure.
what? I'm actually...
No, you just want the point. That's ridiculous.
I was
Yes, you
really,
could.
really good in my day, and I'm really good right now. I had stem cells in my knee. I played great last night. I'm playing more. Yeah, I blew out 15 tears in my knee in February. Pop, crack, glass shattering. I was like, I'm never going to walk again. I was like, I'm never playing basketball again for sure. I don't know if I'm going to walk the rest of the year. Got stem cells. I have a great guy. If you ever, I know you're in peak physical condition.
I am.
People always say, what do you think about Michael
Caitlin
Knowles?
Clark
My
won't
guy.
even play me.
Yeah.
She doesn't even call.
But stem cells, they take it from your own fat, adipose stem cells, and inject it back into you. I was playing 6 weeks later.
That's how you got so skinny
And I'm in
over
no
the
pain
list.
right now. And then also, no, it is actually, because I play 3 times a week, 3 hours a pop.
Well, I
in
meant
the Florida
they
heat.
took the cells out of
the
your
fat.
body.
No, no. It's-
You couldn't beat Caitlin Clark.
No,
You in your prime, yes, you could.
Maybe in my... if I
Yes,
was-
you could. You're a man. Men are physically stronger and better at sports than women.
She's really damn good. And could I hold my own I'm being as nice as I can possibly be. Could I, let's put it this way. How about this question? Slightly, I'm going to alter the question.
All right.
In the rapid fire round.
Yeah.
Could peak Dave Rubin play in the WNBA? Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And be an extremely good player.
You're just saying you can only beat the black players, not the one white player.
Angel Reese.
That's what yeah.
And I
wow.
can't think of any others.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Latrell Sprewell. Was he? No.
That was a man.
It was a man.
Who choked his coach. Remember that?
Oh,
He
wow.
choked PJ
Yeah.
Carlesimo, and then they kicked him out of the league for a year.
Dennis Rodman sometimes wore dresses, as I recall. He could have been in the WNBA.
Saw him once in West Hollywood. Make of that what you will.
All right, that checks out. Okay.
Okay.
I'm frustrated by losing that point, but that's
All right. Yeah, that one was tough. Here we go, Knowles. Is there more evidence that standing 6 feet apart stops the spread of COVID than there is that Jeffrey Epstein didn't run a blackmail operation? They worded that quite interestingly.
Yeah, they didn't pass remedial English on the producer team, so say it again.
Is there more evidence that standing 6 feet apart stops the spread of COVID than there is that Jeffrey Epstein didn't run a blackmail operation?
You have to guess my answer.
Is there more evidence? I think your answer, I think, is no.
Yes.
There's no evidence that 6 feet.
This is why.
Right.
This is why.
So
I'm
whatever
not
the
saying
Epstein thing,
yes.
Yeah.
I might not have any evidence that Epstein ran a blackmail. I think there is circumstantial evidence, but there's negative evidence of the 6 feet thing.
Yeah.
Because the doctors who invented it admitted it was all fake.
By the way, at the Nashville airport, I saw a woman in a mask. Is there something happening that I should know about, by the way?
I saw.
I didn't know if there was
There's
an
a
outbreak
new.
or
Yeah, it's.
the hot honey chicken.
It is.
People are all
That's what it
eating
is.
here.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. They have pangolin in Wuhan, and here it's just like
back.
fried chicken. They try to make even the hot chicken thing. Like it's nice. I like it. It seems kind of contrived to me. It seems like we need a thing. So we're gonna just.
I had a hot honey chicken sandwich before I got here. My friend
like
so all I've had today is tequila, hot honey chicken, and a cigar.
But that'd be like if I were like mayor of Palookaville. I was like, I want Palookaville to like have a thing.
Yeah.
Be like, our thing is gonna be blue pickles. We just make, and it's like, well, oh, you can, but there's no history. The hot chicken thing, I think goes back like 10 years or something.
It's pretty good. That's all I'm saying.
But it's good. It's good.
Good.
It's good.
Jesus.
Okay. All right.
Should leakers who post nudes that were willingly sent to them face legal repercussions? Oh, that's interesting. Repeat it. Should leakers who post nudes that were willingly sent to them face legal repercussions?
This is an Azealia
So someone
Banks,
says-
Conor McGregor
Right.
question. Should they face legal consequences?
Yeah. So someone sent it to you willingly, but then you leak it. Should there be legal repercussions? I'm really not sure how in sync we are today.
This. You said yes.
Yeah.
That was a actually very good question, because your gut says no. Your first instinct is no. Whatever it was, I sent it. You send it. It's
Yeah.
like publishing in the New York Times. But I don't think we want a culture where, like, first of all, everyone sends nudes. Like everyone in the grandma sends nudes now. And I don't want to.
Why did you send them to me before the show? How is that
because
relevant to what we're doing?
Because I didn't want you to be surprised when I sent them after the show. I wanted you to have some preparation for it. But like everyone does it.
Yeah.
So do you want to live in a culture where everyone willy-nilly can just like post ex-girlfriends like looking flabby or whatever?
Right.
No. I don't think so. I don't want that.
Yeah, that's
It's not about a consensual thing. It's just like I don't want it.
Right, that's basically what I thought you were going to say, that there's
Yeah.
some utility of the state every now and again.
Yeah,
You just have
and
to
just saying,
smack
like,
these
no,
people around.
obscenity, yeah, okay.
You're no willy-nilly libertarian.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Oh, this is a good. Does the far right hate Jews more than the far left?
It's sort of like when it comes to the Jews, it's sort of like would they prefer arsenic or cyanide?
Exactly. That's a good question. That's a good one.
Is the far
And they rapid fired this one on us.
They did.
You're gonna say.
I think yes. Actually,
You think yes?
Yeah,
Interesting.
because both the far left and the far right, actually more of the mainstream left, ironically, because most Jews are on the left, but the mainstream left is like pretty casually anti-Israel and to some degree anti-Jew. But the more Hitlerian strains of the right, they really, really hate Jews, qua Jews, like not just the state of Israel, not just Zionism, not just bankers or something, but they really seem to hate the Jews as Jews. And I think it's more ideological for them. Whereas the reason the left hates Israel is because they think Israel is a European colony in the Middle East. So it's really just an extension of hating white people. Whereas again, it's a very small number of people, but some people on the right just want to convert the Jews.
Right.
Which would be great. I'm like, that'd be great. But you want to convert the Jews because you love the Jews. Some people on the right want to like send the Jews to camps.
Yeah.
And you do that because you hate the Jews.
Yeah.
And I see that more as it's a little horseshoey, but I think it's more a right-wing thing than a left-wing thing.
I don't even need to offer much on that. Your answer, I could have gone either way on it, and I think like yes, like the left's version of it is just the confusion of intersectionality coupled with white colonial nonsense, which isn't even true. But there's like so that one has a lot to do with confusion, where the right one probably has a little bit more of like a religious, I would say also largely confused or ethnic whatever. So maybe there's like a little more of a pinprick in that one. Yeah. I will say this though, since this topic keeps coming up, I am much more bullish on the right being able to resolve this without violence or anything else. There are so many more principled people on the right who love America. People keep asking me about this. I get this question a lot, like what's going on with the right and the Jews? And to me, like, how do you fix this, basically? And you know how you fix it? I think it's mostly what Trump is doing, which is make America successful. When things are good, when the country is going well, when the economy is good and everything, then there's some lunatic screaming about the Jews and nobody's going to listen to it.
Yeah. I think that's about right. It's also, we're talking about all these trends that have come up on the right. The more religiosity, more some of this like weird the Jew stuff. There's been shifts and whatever on trade policy and immigration. But to your point on success, one of the thinkers who's come up a lot is René Girard. Peter Thiel is a big Girard guy. You see this in the intellectual circles on the right. And René Girard is this theory of mimetic desire, that I desire the cigar, not because I know anything about cigars, because you have the cigar, and I admire you, and I want to have it too. And then we are in competition for it, and it leads to a war, ultimately, of all against all, until you have to scapegoat. And this is a biblical idea. You have a scapegoat that takes the sins, and it goes out. And so, in a Christian world, Christ is the ultimate scapegoat, who takes all the sins of the world on him, and conquers death, and redeems them. And so you don't have to do that anymore, exactly. You have sacraments that remind you of that. In a post-Christian world, you're going back to that. And so who do you scapegoat? You can scapegoat the libs or the deep state or the Klaus Schwab or Hillary or something. But ultimately, historically.
But what would be the easiest thing to scapegoat? It would be the group of people who have been not only scapegoated for so long, but who have survived and somehow figured out to thrive.
Yes, and thrive.
So that's the thing. If the Jews were all beaten and browbeaten and that's particularly why they hate Israel. Because it's like, wait a minute, you're also going to be this tiny little nation and you're going to be strong and somehow survive and pull off a beeper operation and knock out Iran 50 times larger than you in 12 days and blah, 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 blah. So it's like, that really is like the fly in the ointment for them. This freaking thing makes no sense.
Yeah.
But ultimately, what does that all come down to? It comes down to jealousy, which in essence is what you're trying. Envy and jealousy. Like what? And it's just like, and that's why I think the right has a much better. We started with the IDW thing, and we were trying to stop the left from going crazy, and we failed. We really did fail at that. But I don't think the right is going to go this crazy. People on the right, because they're generally believers, and because they live in, they care about family more. Like they actually understand it more. Like the grander thing. I think that actually is the force field against hatred.
Yes.
And by the way, you decouple the Jews from the U.S., guess what? It does not end well for the U.S. because that's just fundamentally true. Like once we start importing sectarian hatred here, the thing that all of our ancestors came from Italy or from Eastern Europe or wherever they came from to escape, once we really import it here, all bets are off on this place.
Also, then we're not going to get any good loans. Is the other problem. If you kill, who's going to give you the Chinese?
By the way, I can get you a 2.5%.
Okay, that would be. I'd love that. Do you know?
30-year, baby.
Do you know what time it is?
Game time, huh? How was that?
It's time for the final round. This prompt will be read. We will both lock in our answers, then move our glasses from yes to no to see if we can read each other's minds. This round is worth double points. It could change. Could it? Yes, it could change everything because the score, this is good, is 2 me to -2 you. You got negative points.
I feel good about it though. I feel like my reasoning was sound.
Solid. Yeah. You could, at this moment.
And I look a lot better than I did in the throwback clip, so that's nice.
Know.
You got to take the wins where you can get them.
I looked greasier there somehow.
I'm ashing all over your table here.
That's a Mr. Davies problem. You go first.
Okay.
We face a greater threat from Islam than socialism in the United States.
Your answer. I'm giving you your answer. My answer has been locked, and now I'm going to move your glass.
Yes.
To what I think your answer is.
You're going to say yes. I got it right, you got it wrong. Ha ha! You know why? If you had asked me about Europe, I would say yes. There just aren't that many Muslims in America. We have a big ocean. Dearborn, look, there are a lot of Muslims.
Patience, champ. These people are patient.
And they have a lot of kids. And we don't have a lot of kids.
You know that Muhammad is the number one name in like 50 different countries.
Yeah, like the UK
I think
or
literally
something.
including Israel, because there's 2 million Muslims in Israel, and they all name their kids Muhammad.
Yeah, wow.
You're going to get a lot of
We
Hebrew
got to pick a
names.
white guy name. We should all do Keith or something.
Yeah.
So now it's like the number one name in Lebanon is Keith.
Did the question involve America, or was it worldwide
America.
Islam? It was specifically
I think,
America?
I want to check, hold on. The United States.
It was United States.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think Islam actually, unfortunately, is the big fight. I
Well,
think
Islam is deeper than, religion's deeper than ideology.
Yeah.
So in that sense, it's deep. It's a deeper issue.
Yeah.
We've been fighting Islam for like 1,400 years, But my only thought is in America, to me, the bigger, like Mamdani, this guy in New York, is, I'll
Well,
drink
he's the
anyway.
perfect synthesis of both, which is why it's doubly dangerous.
Seems to me, look, I don't know, I haven't followed him that closely. I think he's kind of a Muslim, I guess. I think he's more a leftist than a Muslim. And you know what I think he is even more than a leftist? I think he's a striver. I think he...
Oh, that's interesting. Well, that would be like an opportunist. So that would be the greatest.
Yeah.
That would be the greatest way out. Here, you work with some journalists over here at the Daily Wire. You got a couple people that
Occasionally.
are
I've
journalists,
met
right?
one or two, yeah.
Here's what you do. You want to blow up the whole Mamdani thing at once. I keep tweeting this out, and if someone would just do it, I think it would solve it pretty quickly. He pretends that he's a good Muslim and that's part of his ideology or his holistic view of the world or whatever. And then he's also marching at the gay pride parade and everything. So pick one, man. Now pick one. Because so the question for Mamdani, somebody should just ask him, does your mosque perform gay marriages, yes or no? And since not one mosque in the United States does it, and by the way, I wouldn't force them to do it, just the way I wouldn't force a church to do it or a synagogue or anywhere else. Religious institutions can do whatever the hell they want. But let him answer that question. So you're telling me you attend a place for spiritual nourishment that discriminates against the very same people that you're marching
against
with.
the queer.
And,
yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. So get on that. Just talk.
Okay, I'll get on. Hey, Zoran.
No, tell one of your journalists.
Oh, okay. Hey,
you have to just yell
we have
out
at least
there.
like one at the whole Daily Wire.
Yeah, somebody's got to be.
Okay.
All right, I do this.
This is yours.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it okay to profit from people's vices? First off, your laugh right there.
Well,
the initial guttural laugh.
Depends on the meaning of the word vice.
Is. So what do I think Michael Knowles is going to
Is
say?
it okay to profit off people's vices?
Wait, am I answering for myself or for you?
First for yourself, then we move the cups for each other.
So I'm answering for myself. Is it okay?
No, I answer for you. Can you answer for me?
I'm answering for you.
You own a tequila company, I own a cigar company.
The answer has to be yes.
The answer is no.
No, but
because cigars are not a vice, and alcohol in moderation is not a vice either.
So are you saying you couldn't own a candy company? Or you couldn't?
I don't think it's a vice. I don't think candy's a vice.
What do you mean?
Certain
What do you
things. Certain things. I think
It doesn't
are.
have to be the Michael Knowles vice, but obviously people have a sugar addiction.
Well,
people have
can
alcohol addictions.
People can abuse chicken thigh. I mean, people can be gluttons. Well, and
People can-
I don't know what else they're doing with chicken thighs.
What was that? People can abuse chicken thigh?
Yeah, they got. Listen, I don't know, man.
yeah.
I lived in LA for a while.
Jesus.
I
don't
mean,
know what that meant.
But people can abuse anything. I mean, you can abuse anything taken to an inappropriate.
But that's
extreme.
why I said the answer is yes. Because otherwise you couldn't.
You couldn't
invent
engage in
anything.
the
You
economy
could-
at
Yeah,
all.
you basically couldn't be part
But
of the
certain
economy.
things you would admit are vicious in themselves.
Sure.
Like I don't know, like cockfighting or something. Or like, speaking of abusing
Chicken thigh fighting.
Yeah.
No, are there things
Yeah,
that
why
are
do I have chicken on the mind?
No, of course there are things that are worse
in
than
themselves.
other things.
No, but
right?
I'm not saying that. I mean, there's certain things, everything can be abused
Yes.
into a vice.
Right.
But some things are in themselves always and everywhere vices.
Homeless boxing.
Yeah, like women driving. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And
Right.
those we should not profit off of.
Sure, but I don't think you're answering the question as it was posed. Can you profit off other people's vices? The cigar is
Is
a
it okay?
vice.
No, I don't think it's okay. People do it, but I don't think it's okay. I think if I had my druthers, I would not sell my product. People don't really get addicted to cigars, but if someone were addicted, they were smoking like 100 cigars a day.
Yeah.
I would I would not want to sell my product to that person.
But you don't have the knowledge to know that when someone's buying.
But I don't think it's okay.
Sure. But I
Like it
think I've proven myself right here, Knowles.
You
will sell you'll sell your cigars to anyone who will buy them. That's just the truth,
that's true.
right?
That's true.
That's not a judgment call. You're selling a product. That's just fine. Your hope is that people will smoke them judiciously. I don't want people to become alcoholics when I'm selling. Tequila happens to be the healthiest of all alcohols, but I'm not telling people it's healthy.
It is. It's good for breakfast,
and it's quite tasty. If I'm honest.
Okay. All right. Well, the most important thing is...
The point is we're both going to.
Did I win? Yes. Michael wins 6 to -6. But not 666.
That would have been a bit much.
Very bad. Everybody...
Is this the biggest blowout in the history of the thing? It's because I give you more credit, I think, in some sense, than other people. Most people think very shallow of you.
They do.
Yeah.
You do. You gave me a reputation to live up to, and I failed.
Because you always mention all your old friends, your historical figures that you pretend that you knew, and I always think very highly of
I know, thank you, I appreciate that. And I'm glad that I could underperform your high expectations of me.
Yes.
Everyone, you're probably already doing it, but if for the two of you out there who are not, go watch Dave's show on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. We also have the exclusive world premiere commercial for Copal Reposado. Check it out, amigo. Wow.
I'm living in that 21st century, doing something mean to it. Do it better than anybody you ever seen. Do it. Screams from the haters, got a nice ring to it. I guess every superhero need his theme music. No one man should have all that power. The clock's ticking, I just count the hours.
I'll drink to that.
Cheers. Was one of those girls Asian?
Just having a good time.
It's for everybody. I'll see all of you next time on Yes or No.